Today's video is going to be on something that I imagine a lot of people's had problems with their water pumps and their RV. We've had 18 manufacturer-built RVs and 2 that I built myself, cargo trailer conversion and this Ram ProMaster van conversion. Bought a new van, put everything in it, windows, ladders. I ordered it with some extras, swivel seats and all. Well, needless to say, this is the trunk area of the van conversion that I built. It's 3.5 years old, has not had one issue with it whatsoever. Except, of course, with an RV part. RV stands for room vacation, according to one of the mechanics. He always kidded around that it didn't stand for recreational vehicle, and I have to almost agree with him. That's the reason I'm not buying them factory built ones anymore. Well, the water pump, the only thing I've had a problem with, I've replaced the C-flow that I showed initially with the box over there. I'm going to keep that. I'll show you in a minute where I think it was leaking. Well, here's the problem. This is on top of my freshwater tank, 30-gallon freshwater tank. This is where the water pump goes. Normally it sits right here like that, and lo and behold, of course, the bed is put back down. And sometimes, a couple times this happened, 3.5 years, 2 different water pumps, 2 C-flows. I like them, but there's been a couple of little leaks with them. And it would flow down here, down there where the bottle of water and stuff is. And so I had an idea, kind of like a hot water heater pan. Unfortunately, I couldn't put one in here. It would have took up too much room. I may manufacture my own like I did this one. What I'm going to do, this is the one I just took out. It's just a little over a year old, C-flow. And I was thinking the way it appeared, I couldn't get it underneath the bed good enough to really see until I took it apart. But the switch housing here, how you adjust the flow of it here, I think it was leaking there. 2 screws wasn't tight as it should be, I would think. And I tried it out, tested it for a day or so, and no more leaking. But, you know, I went ahead and took it out. I'm going to leave this as my second pump. I ordered a different brand. This one here, and it's 3 gallons per minute. I kind of wanted to stay with that. And that's what the C-flows were. I'll put the filter back on in a minute. I took it off over there. Here's what I came up with. This is a plastic drawer, kind of like one of these units right here, just a different size. And I don't even know what a unit is, and I had a couple of extra drawers laying around, so something must have happened to it. So I took it, and this is going to be facing this wall over here. Okay, right here on against this. So what I didn't want to obviously cut this size down because I want to leave it intact. So the water pump, not this one, I'm going to use this as my spare. It's going to go like this. So I cut out this here on this plastic thing, plastic little drawer. It was 3.5, and I cut it down to 2 inches. That allows, you know, the hose to come out from the tank to draw in water, and then over here to plenty of room for the hose that goes to the faucets. So I'm not going to drill holes in here. I'm going to use Eternabond tape to tape it down. I'll show you a little bit further. But here's what I did. We didn't want just the drill pan. That means I have to check it. So I'm going to make a little drain, which I did. And this is bought it from Lowe's. It's a sink hole cover. This is 3/4 inch, the same size water hose fitting, and it has, you tighten it up. And so what I did, I drilled a hole through here, and there it is there. Same, I don't remember what size bit, but now it would drain through. See? And it doesn't leak. I already tried it. And I come over here and concocted. I love DIY projects, and So I came over here and I bought a hose fitting, and hose fitting here that fits those threads. And then I did a reducer here, a reducer there to a 1/2 inch pipe. And I had to go ahead and, that 1/2 inch pipe, I added another piece to it. So, and then I take this half inch inside diameter hose, 5/8 inch outside diameter. I keep plenty of it. There it is right there. You get it from Lowe's. And that's going to run out to the back door area. So if it ever just leaks, let it leak. I mean, of course, I'll fix it when I find it, but at least I won't find the water going down my wall, my tile, my linoleum floor in the dining room or kitchen, the combination of this little van, that's all one, or anywhere else for that matter. And my motorhomes that I've owned, travel trailers that we own, like I say, 18 of them, you know, you just kind of step in a puddle of water, it's running down the hall by the bathroom or somewhere like that, and about 75% of the time it was the water pump leaking. I've seen people had them for 10 years, never had no problems with them. So God bless them. They're very fortunate. So this is my third water pump in this RV. Like I say, 3.5 years, not had one issue with it whatsoever. Nothing that I built, majority came from Lowe's, Home Depot, and Amazon. The only RV stuff on this van is the air conditioning up top and the max air vent fan. Okay, I'll stop this video a second and go ahead and put this together, and we'll see how it works. Okay, I'm putting this water hose fitting on this sink stopper here. And again, there's no water pressure to this, so it's not really anything you got to worry about. So, like I said, the sink stopper here, I put silicone inside of here instead of plumber's putty. I just wanted something actually permanent fixed to it. I'm not going to be taking that out for no reason. So my little gizmo there, I got this, like I said, a 1/2 inch plastic pipe. I'll show you in a minute how that's going to work. Set the pan here. I'm going to put 2 screws in it. I don't want to put any in the bottom, so I'm going to attach 2 to the wall there, because this pan will never fill up because it's got the drain now. And again, this is based on if we have another leak in the on the water pump. And the water pump will go so, like so, like right there. I have these 2 screws in. Put a little styrofoam back here to kind of elevate it that side, so the water will run down. Well, give it a leak test. Got some water here. God forbid it put that much water out, but if it did, I think we're in good shape. All right, let's go out. Let's check this out. She's draining. Notice she's leaning that way. Make sure there's no leaks. I got it running out here right now temporarily. And right here. She's dry. Dry as a bone. Got the rag down here just in case. So I'll run this hose there through this side. I'll show you in a minute. Through here, down here. I'm going to let it end down here. The door actually shuts, and if anything ever leaks down here, it's just going to trickles down here and goes outside. I do not want to put a hole in the bottom of the van just to have it draining out, because again, it may never drain out. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully I did all this for nothing. Maybe it won't leak again. I need some of that 10-year good luck with a water pump, like a lot of people I see. By the way, if this is something that you might think you might want to do to your RV or to your conversion of van, trailer, whatever the conversion may be. Now, in my scenario here, where I have the water pump underneath the bed in the trunk area, garage area, is that's why I need the downspout. But if you got a flat area, and I wouldn't just put a pan of sorts. I didn't use metal because you know how the water pump vibrates, unlike the water heater. It vibrates. I didn't want to worry about having problems about noise. It's so quiet now. So anyway, if you don't have this drop like I do, you just come in and put your exit pipe right there, your drain pipe on the side here, and run it wherever. This plastic 1/2 inch is relatively cheap at Lowe's, and I think it comes in 25-foot sections. And so anyway, let's go ahead and get that water pump installed. Okay, I'm gonna renew the Teflon tape that I put on here yesterday. It don't look like it's bad shape, what I'm trying to say. Filter goes here. This Teflon tape came with this new water pump. Set it over here where it goes. Filter back on. Just want to hand tighten it. For that matter, all these joints here, because they're plastic, just hand tighten them. Okay. I'm going to orient the filter up. That seems like it kind of worked out position-wise anyway. It can go down as well. I think that'll be fine the way I got it. And we'll hook up the supply line that goes to the faucets, the kitchen sink, and the shower. Now we'll get the supply line from the fresh water tank. All right, let's go check it out, turn it on. Turn the water pump on, it's priming. We're gonna check for leaks. Water pump switch, run some water. Get air out of the system. I want to make sure the pump don't pulsate. Usually when it pulsate, you hear the air coming out of the faucet. Because I have the hoses off, it's got air into the hoses. Really quiet. No leak so far. I'm gonna let the pressure build up. I mean, just We'll finish, tighten it down in a minute. I came up with a way yesterday too. I don't want to put the 4 screws in here. Got the rubber bumpers on the bottom of it. I just hate to put 4 new holes in this pan and risk the risk it's a leak on all this again. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna probably, like I did yesterday, I had to take it back up because I had an issue with my drain, a different drain I used. By the way, I didn't want to use the bar sink or bathroom sink drain. I think it's 1 1/4 inches. This is only 3/4 inch. Just, you know, I really don't need an overkill. Plus, I wanted to use that small 1/2 inch inside diameter hose. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you kind of what I did. Came down here with this pipe strap, plastic pipe strap yesterday. Got me a little non-slip stuff here and put that on there. And kind of, you want it to move. Some, I mean, that's the whole point of having the rubber bushings, if you will. Still has a little give, and I'm still going to put some Eternabond tape over these, just what I reckon to keep it stabilized too. We'll get that now. This is the Eternabond tape. I actually have a video on it if you want to go check it out and order you some. It's the best. I've been using it for 20 plus years, mostly for roofs. Any type of tie down my cables on the roof or tape them down for that matter. I mean, it's awesome. Here's a Eternabond there. How you pronounce it, spell it. Eternabond right there. And what we'll do, we'll just, this stuff is unreal. It's relatively expensive. I think it's around $30 for a 25-foot roll. I'll put a link down in the description. If you don't have this with you in your repair kit for an RV or a van conversion, you definitely need to get you some. It's awesome. I'm gonna cut 2 strips. I'm not sure if I cut it long enough or not. But like I say, this is a MacGyver project, DIY. You figure out, anybody that did the conversions on the vans or cargo trailers, they understand it's a lot of trial and error. Got a little clear film on the back here. Okay. I'm not real sure if there's any rhyme or reason to doing this, but can't hurt. Typically, water pumps are meant to stay out of the eyesight and stay out of the mind. Something you shouldn't have to worry about. Has not been really the case for me over the last 20 years. That's why I stopped buying factory-built RVs. This is just one of the many RV things that typically go bad. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that have no problem whatsoever with your RV, and it's awesome. I've owned them from $250,000 all the way down to $50,000 on the motorhomes, and 4 travel trailers around $25,000 to $40,000. I mean, it's just a headache trying to keep up with all the problems they have. Well, that's the final product underneath the bed here on top of the freshwater tank. And actually, freshwater tank here, and this right here is the fender well, boxed in. Okay, we're gonna go on the underneath there now and run that hose out of the way, the drain hose, if it ever needs to be drained. I mean, if it ever leaks. Hopefully not. Put a bracket there on the hard piece of, let me get up here and see, right there on the hard PVC pipe coming down. All right, just for stability. I keep my charcoal back here and lighter fluid, and again, this, we have it full up with everything. I'll put another one down here, over here. I'm gonna put the last hose clamp right here. Again, there's the water pump. This is the fresh water hose coming out of the tank supply line, and that over there is the drain that I put in today. Again, like I say, if yours is all flat, you can do a pan similar to this. I wouldn't use metal because of noise. Try to find something you already have, and just came down here with that see-through plastic hose, put a clamp there, come out there, and I'll show you what I mean by, and there it is right there, and I'll show you what I mean by this door. Notice how I got my fresh water infill right there, how far I got it out, and I did that for the same reason. Learned it the hard way. My backflow preventer stopped working one time and on my other water pump, and I also have another backflow preventer from Lowe's. I installed on the other side of the water pump, brass thing over there. And what happened, I had this water filled even with this. So what happened when the backflow preventer stopped working and I was on city water, I didn't know my tank was overfilling that night, and lo and behold, it was coming out of here and leaked on here and went all the way through my tools and all this over here. Holy crap, that was a mess. So I did this for the same deal. If this leak ever did that again, because you just never know when something malfunctions, ever did that again, it would drip right down on this plate and drain right outside. And see how close that is? Awesome. But see all the room I got back there, and where that hose is, and that will just drain. Come right down here and drain. Live and learn. Well, hopefully you got something out of this MacGyver project, DIY. I'm going to just, like I say, put this up there next to the other one in a box maybe, and just kind of keep it as extra, because I don't think it leaks anymore. If you need to adjust either water pump, as far as if it's cycling on you, just right here get you an Allen wrench. I keep one on top of the hot water heater, and you can adjust it. Well, thank you for watching.